Okay. Welcome. I hereby call to order this meeting of the Mayor and the Board of Commissioners. Please stand for, the Lord's Prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, glory forever. Amen. Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Sonia, may I please have a roll call?
Commissioner Levingood.
Present.
Commissioner Mosier.
Here.
Commissioner Richardson.
Here.
Commissioner Jinks. Here. Commissioner Stutz.
Aye.
Okay. I think you've had probably a moment to overlook the minutes from last meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Okay, motion carries. Recorder, Miss Sonia, do you have a distributions report?
I do. On page 1, there's a check for $500 to Bradley's Pit Barbecue and Grill. That is lunch for the meeting that was held when the state Main Street consultant came and spoke with the Main Street group. Trustmark National Bank, $75,419.20. That was a payment for the note on the fire trucks. Further down that page, Axon Enterprises, $14,946.33. That is the taser and body cam contract. Underneath that, BSN Sports, $3,058.04. That's for soccer nets. On page 2, Elliott Boots, $1,237.73. That's for some parks and some streets boots that will be paid for from the safety grant. Middle of the page, Journal Communications, $2,545. That's for multiple ads for in the Tennessee Farm and Home magazine for our fair. Underneath that, Local Government Corporation, $13,517.56. That is computers that were purchased from the grant that Landon got for us. Down towards the bottom of the page, Rescue 1, $14,965. That's for some fire equipment that will be paid for from the railroad grant. Page 3, at the top, Stanzel Electric, $4,271. I'm sorry, let me see here. Stop Stick, so sorry. $4,271. That is for the stop stick kits that were paid for from the collaboration grant. Tennessee Fire Equipment, $9,637. That's some fire uniforms. CNA Surety, $2,816.05. That's for bonds on all the office workers who handle money. Kinley's Mobile Minis, $1,000. That was for the petting zoo at the fair. Andrew Bowman, $4,000. That was the big gun concert people that were at the fair. $2,000, David Howard. That was the sound man for the fair. $1,600 to John Copinger. That was for waxing the floors at both fire halls. And underneath that, Mitchell, Emmert, and Hill, that $17,000 is an installment on our audit, our yearly audit. There's a check for $1,715 made out to petty cash. That was prize money for the fair. We figured out how much we needed for each category for all the places and just got cash for them instead of cutting, all those little checks. On the next page, Great American Carnival, $3,642. That's what we ended up paying the fair, the carnival for the fair. Starstruck Drone Show, $7,500. That was the drone show at the fair. $3,000 to Sweetwater Kiwanis Club. That's for the Christmas parade. Great Southern Recreation, $66,527. That was the pour-in-place surfacing for the playgrounds. Tennessee Fire Equipment, $8,507. That was for some fire equipment that will be paid for the with the Colonial Pipeline grant. That's all in general fund. In State Street Aid, I have a check for APAC for $5,988.41. You'll see that check in here twice. We sent it once and they never got it. And they called us and we had to void that and stop payment on it and reissue another one. So I wanted you to know that was why that was in there, because you'd already seen it. In Tourism Fund, there is a $2,000 check for printing expressions. That is, I'm sorry, I should have brought my ruler. I can't line it up. It's TSG Entertainment LLC for $2,000. That's a deposit for some entertainment for the Bloom's Bluegrass and Barbecue Festival. We have to go ahead sometimes and pay deposits ahead of time to book the entertainment. Tanya's here if you have any questions on the library fund. And then on the solid waste fund, there is a check for $26,117.68. That's just the monthly garbage contract. And that's what I have.
All righty. Is there a motion to approve the distributions for September?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. Motion is carried. No one is registered for the public comment period for actionable items. Now we will open a public hearing on 3 ordinances. Is anyone present to make a comment on the ordinance number 1057 regarding the floodplain? Not seeing or hearing anyone, we will move on. Is there anyone present to make a comment on ordinance number 1058 to amend the zoning ordinance on M1, which is the ordinance of the City of Sweetwater adding a special exemption on the building height on the M1 zone in the second and final reading? Not hearing or seeing anyone, we're going to move on. Is anyone present to make a comment on ordinance number 1059 to amend the zoning map for McMinn County parcel 36.00 of map 1? Not hearing or seeing anyone, we are now closing the public hearing. Okay, in old business, ordinance number 1057 to amend Title 14 regarding the floodplain zoning on second and final reading. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, please, a question. I just, in looking back through this, notice if you look in 14703, paragraph 2 of the new proposed ordinance, looking down through the maps there that are identified, you'll notice that, well, first of all, the very last one, it says it was adopted back in 2010, is not in our present online ordinance. So I don't know if it's been adopted sometime in between. I didn't find that out. But you'll notice there's 2 listed there that are not even going to be out until November 28th, which is almost a month from now. And since they add their additional maps, because all the old ones are still in place, I mean, I don't know if they're changing something or adding something, or maybe if they cover areas we've annexed. Do you know any of that?
John can answer this better, but the state did require that we pass this before those maps came out. So that's why the timing is we're adopting it now, because that's the state's orders, but John can probably, he's
Yeah,
talking.
they did clarify that to all the floodplain administrators across the state. Like, this was the new revisions that they were making to their floodplain map, and that had to be adopted by that date, November 28th, is when they officially used those maps. And they said, even though we want you all to pass these in your local ordinances, they won't take effect until that date. FEMA won't be using those maps until November 28th. So we pass it so that they can officially use it, is how it was described to us, from FEMA and FEMA. So basically, once you guys pass it on second reading, then I forward that on to FEMA and say, okay, this has passed second final reading. Then it becomes effective for them to use on November 28th.
Sight unseen.
Well, they have made some revisions, but none in our county. I mean, when you say sight unseen, I've already sent the draft to them. Sent it to FEMA, they've reviewed it, FEMA's reviewed it, so they've seen what you guys are voting on, our ordinance.
The two maps that are added, have you seen them?
Oh, no.
Do we know what they change,
No,
or
there's no changes in our county, Monroe County.
well, then why are we adopting two new maps?
Well, I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I
All right,
just know
that's
that
fine.
when I spoke to them, that there are no changes in Sweetwater City or Monroe County. There were some minor changes in McMinn and Bradley County. There's nothing that changes as far as the flood zone or floodway in Sweetwater. So I'm assuming since 2010, any changes that would have been in those counties or those municipalities, they're having to update their maps. There were no changes to our maps. Everything was the same. That's what I'm getting from FEMA and FEMA.
That's what they said. Thank you.
Okay. Is there a motion to amend Title 14, or ordinance?
We've got a motion and a second.
A second?
So any other
Okay,
discussion?
sorry. Any other discussion? Sorry. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Let's do a
Say
roll
no.
call.
Oh, is it a roll call?
Yeah.
Sorry. Here we go. Let's roll call it then.
Commissioner Levingood.
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier.
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson.
Aye.
Commissioner Jinks. Aye. Commissioner Stutz.
No.
Okay.
So we did have one nay.
Okay. So hearing most ayes and one nay, the motion is carried. So now we have ordinance number 1058 to amend the zoning ordinance of the City of Sweetwater by adding special exception to the building height limit in the M1 zone on second and final reading. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussions? Okay, we will have a roll call on that.
Commissioner Levingood.
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier.
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson.
Aye.
Commissioner Jinks. Aye. Commissioner Stutz.
Aye.
Okay, hearing all ayes and no nays, the motion is carried. Moving on, we have a resolution to annex parcel 36 of McMinn County map 011 and provide a plan of service on the agenda. We've had this public hearing we did have the public hearing on October 6th meeting. This is a parcel for the industrial development site. Tom is here, the developer for the developer, and is there any questions on this?
Just as a
Tom.
point of information, I did talk to the current property owner, Nick Kazana, on Thursday, and he did request that this remain on the agenda. So they are prepared to move forward with the purchase, and he did want us to go ahead and annex and zone.
So moved then.
Second.
Any discussion? And our charter requires a roll call. Ms. Sonia, please.
Commissioner Levingood.
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier.
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson.
Aye.
Commissioner Jinks. Aye. Commissioner Stutz.
Aye.
All right, hearing all ayes and no nays, that ordinance is passed. So thank you. Let's see.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
No.
Okay, so FEMA is asking us to adopt this floodplain, but we can just tell them no? No.
You can't tell them.
I'm
This
sorry.
this is a gun to the head situation. If we don't pass
Jim is voting no in protest.
if we don't pass it, we cannot participate in the flood insurance program.
That's correct. You can tell them no, but then you don't.
In 93, when we built our store, the same thing happened. It's brought up then that we're voting on something that we know nothing about, and it did change, because it
Well, and they did the same thing to people up on Raby Road in that bend where it leaves the city. Probably about 80% of those people's backyards all of a sudden were in a flood zone. And they had to worry about their sheds and their garages and all that. So, yeah, I mean, I mean,
I can tell you back then, it caused us to get our note called on us. when the plants come out.
well,
Worst
and it
meetings
can
I've
make
ever been
people
through
have
with
to
the
buy
city were in
flood
2010 for the
insurance
flood
that don't
plain.
have to.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you know, I'm just not voting for something I hadn't seen.
I didn't realize I could vote no.
You can,
Sorry. Can I vote nay?
you can, but again, like Jim said, that means all these people that have flood insurance can no longer have flood insurance. With
Well, it
Branham,
still
No,
passes,
No,
right?
'cause
That's
you got,
true.
you got three
Still got
votes
three
yes.
Gun to the head is a very good way to describe it.
That's exactly what it
Do
is.
you want to change your vote?
And it may or may not be out, you know, I think FEMA's part of the federal government. They hadn't worked in a month, so, you know, who knows? They'll let us know one day, I guess.
Robert's rule.
We're moving on. She's not going to. So, now we're gonna move on to ordinance number 1059 to amend the zoning map by zoning parcel 036.00 of McMinn County map 011 to the M1 General Industrial District on second and final reading. We have a roll call, please.
Excuse me.
Motion.
A motion, I'm sorry.
Did that just
Oh, sorry.
zone out? Did we have a vote on the resolution?
We did.
Mhm.
She actually called it as a roll call vote, and it wasn't
Yes.
on the
Okay, that's
resolution.
what threw me off. It didn't require a roll call.
It
Okay.
didn't, but she
No, that's
called
fine.
one, and that's, she's
It's
allowed,
fine if
Yeah.
we did one.
Yeah.
It just threw me off.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, I am not on my game tonight too. So, I'm sorry, is there a motion?
Move
He
with
just
us.
said it must be the fudge, and I'm
It
sorry.
is, it's the fudge.
Second.
Must be Uranus
Lord,
fudge.
I'm sorry, I missed who made the motion. Who made the motion?
No one.
Jim.
Jim made the motion.
And Branham
I'll
seconded.
second.
Second it.
Now we should
Okay,
discuss the
now, is there any discussion?
I do have one question. Is there anything McMinn County will have to do as far as this, or do they not have zoning in the county? Okay.
They don't have zoning in that county, so. No, I mean, once it's inside the city limits. It's just us.
Okay. So, Sonia, will you please do a roll
Yes.
call?
Commissioner Livingood,
Aye.
Commissioner Mosher,
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson,
Aye.
Commissioner Jinks,
Aye.
Commissioner Stutz.
Aye.
So, hearing all ayes and no nays, the motion is carried. Okay, moving forward. Y'all like good. She's. It's all this medication. In new business, we have budget amendment ordinance. I'll let Jessica review that.
Okay, this is 1060. We're doing this based on what we voted on in the last called meeting, which was our workshop date. We voted to hire the retail recruiting firm. We did not have that budgeted, so this budget ordinance is adding a new line to the budget for that. I put it under 47,200,254. We had discussed in that workshop possibly taking some of that out of tourism, possibly taking some of that out of planning and development. At this time, I've written the ordinance this way because it's probably most properly coded to this line item, because that line item is for economic development purposes. That's the department that it's under. With the 3-digit object code is for professional services. So basically it tells everyone we're hiring a professional firm that's purpose is economic development. It would be okay for us to, shift money around and take it out of multiple line items, but I feel like from an audit standpoint, it's probably most correct for it to come to this line item. So what we could do is say, okay, we're gonna save some of the money in planning and development, not spend it in general fund, or we can make a transfer from the tourism fund back to the general fund at the end of the year to like reimburse for part of this. But at this point, it's listed all out of that one line item. The other two items on there, we had not yet received the cybersecurity grant award, so I did put the expense line item in for that. And then the liability insurance, I don't think that's gonna put us over budget, bottom line, in the general government, department, which is what that comes out of. But it was kind of a significant increase, so I just wanted to go ahead and put that in there as an amendment. That varies a little bit year to year. I always just stick the prior year's premium in because I never know what it's gonna do. Sometimes we get dividends that offset that, and those don't come in until later in the year. So I imagine we probably will get a dividend again this year, although with the hurricanes and the storm that came through last year in East Tennessee, that may have affected PE Partners' overall premiums for the state. So it might just be that this is, but this was on the liability insurance, not the property. But we may end up getting most of the time we end up getting some kind of rebate that ends up lowering that. But I thought while we're doing an amendment, that was a significant increase, so I wanted to go ahead and put that in the budget. And we can, again, amend this again between first and second reading, so if something else came up that ended up being over budget, or if we did get a dividend back before that second reading, I'll reduce that.
Thank you, Jessica.
Move adoption.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussions? Okay. All in favor, say aye. Roll call. Sorry. Roll call.
Commissioner Lovingood,
Aye.
Commissioner Mosier,
Aye.
Commissioner Richardson,
Aye.
Commissioner Jinks,
Aye.
Commissioner Stutz.
Aye.
Okay, hearing all ayes and no nays, that motion carries. Thank you. My apologies. I have been under the weather and I'm mostly on a NyQuil high, so my apologies for my behavior this evening. Okay, this Saturday, let me remind everyone, this Saturday at noon is the Veterans Day Parade, and before that, we have a Main Street open house, for Christmas open house. And John, tell us, the Sweetwater High School Community Pep Rally.
Yep, just kind of spur of the moment. They play at Unicoi County Friday night, the first round of the playoffs. Been a while since they've been in the playoffs, so we thought maybe we'd just put together something for the team, the cheerleaders to come out. It's gonna be at the depot at 6 o'clock on Thursday night. The whole community's invited. Cheerleaders are gonna be there, mascot's gonna be there, team, coach,
Awesome.
say a few words, do a few cheers, get everybody excited, especially if you can't make it to Unicoi County, be kind of cool to come out and support those guys.
I love it. And you do know that our cross-country team made it to state, so they go on Wednesday. And so I forgot to put that on my live today, but we're just super proud of our athletes there at Sweetwater High School. But anyway, we had a great Halloween. Jessica,
I tried to look today to see if we had numbers, because me and Eddie, Haley, we all think probably this was a record-breaking crowd. There were just people everywhere. We had so many people, but I won't know till tomorrow. So I'll send y'all a text if we did have broke any records. But it was a safe event. We had participation from every single department. So we didn't want it to be a big deal in Sweetwater, but we can't help it. It just is. People are going to come no matter what. So we embraced it.
absolutely. So, if all hearts and minds are clear, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that is closed.
I didn't even have a chance to eat all my
Sorry,
candy.
y'all.
Such a fascinating, so disappointing.
Oh, just wait, the end of the month, you'll get it.
Joanne is the only one that takes care of me on candy.